Hi everyone, this is Heather Lottinen from the Flourish.Academy. This is episode 392, and today we're talking about Nikon Mirrorless, the card slot debate, and XQD cards. So let's start with XQD cards. I was first introduced to them when I started shooting on the Nikon D850. They've actually been around for a while. Sony introduced them, I think, in the 2012 time frame, and Nikon has adopted them in their cameras. And the main benefit of the XQD card is the speed. Okay, like everyone else, when I see a new card, the first thing I think is, oh, I'm gonna have to buy all new cards, I'm gonna have to buy a new card reader, and I lament, just like the rest of us, at all of this money I have to spend when I get a new camera. But I started thinking back to when I had my first digital DSLR cameras. That was redundant. My first DSLR camera, which was the Canon 10D. That was my first DSLR, and it took compact flash cards. And I remember spending, I believe, when I bought my first 1 gigabyte flash card, compact flash card, it was around $500. And I had to buy several of them because I photographed weddings. And then I used those for years, CF cards for years and years and years. And then there were SD cards. So we have secure digital cards. And now we're using those in most of our cameras. And now we're going to have XQD cards. And it's just the way technology advances. XQD cards can be made with faster read and write speed. So there are advantages to these cards. And it's just the way it is. I complain about it, but only in jest. I understand that technology advances because when I first delivered my images to my clients back in the day, they were on CDs, multiple CDs, and then it was DVDs. Wow, DVDs can hold a lot more data, 4.7585 gig, whatever it is, and then it was like, no, it's USB drives, and mostly it's online. Technology is going to advance. I'm okay with the XQD card. Okay, moving forward, that's what it's going to be. That is what is the type of slot that's with the Nikon Mirrorless, the new Nikons. Okay, but the bigger debate was the dual card slots. So I shoot with the D750. It has dual slots. I love it. I use the backup feature. That is, I have every image written to both cards when I shoot weddings. Any other time, I use it as overflow. So for weddings, I just have an extremely low tolerance for risk. I could not be more risk averse than anyone when I'm shooting a wedding. So I love having the dual slots. Well, the new Nikon Mirrorless only has a single slot, no dual slots. So a lot of people are up in arms about this, but I started to think about it some more. And yesterday I was talking with Robbie, and he made a good point, which was, you know, when film photographers shot weddings, they would take all of their film with no backups, and they would put it in the mail and send it to a lab. The lab would process it and then send it back. And we were okay with that. And for nearly 14 years, I shot with a single card slot. I did not have that backup. The backup became a luxury item. Well, those luxury items we tend to depend on them, and we say, well, I have to have a dual card slot now that I'm used to using a dual card slot. And so a lot of people are not thrilled with Nikon and the new mirrorless because there's only one slot. But my thing is, unless you're a wedding photographer, why do you really care? How often have you had a card failure? I can tell you that in 15 years of photographing weddings, I have had 2 card failures, neither of which was catastrophic. That is, I was able to recover all of the images. Therefore, in 15 years of shooting weddings and portraits, I have never experienced a catastrophic card failure. That's a pretty big deal. So why do I need dual slots? Well, because it's comfortable. It feels safe to me. But do I really need dual slots? No, I don't think I do. And so the fact that it's not on the mirrorless cameras, and again, at first I was thinking, oh, come on, could we just get the dual slots? But the reality is, I don't think that we need dual slots. I think it's comfort for those of us that are risk averse, those of us that photograph weddings, and it's nice to have 2 slots and 2 big cards, and then you could shoot 10 trillion images on your camera. Does anybody remember buying film that was 24 exposures? Do you remember that? So the fact that you need 2 card slots at, 64 gig a piece, and you're putting thousands of photos on your memory cards, I don't know, it seems kind of silly. I think we just need to relax over the dual card slots. I have come to accept the new XQD technology. It's about time. I'm a little slow. That's fine. I have also come to accept that there's only one card slot in these cameras. If you really feel that you need dual slots, then this may not be the camera for you. And that's okay. This is just my opinion. Did you hear me? Did you hear that word? I said opinion. That's my opinion. You can have your own opinion. I don't think there's a right or wrong opinion here. There's just a different view of it. And I'm okay with it. I think we need to relax over the dual card slots. It is going to be a-okay. And if you do experience a failure, and by the way, I've worked with a lot of photographers who have experienced card failures, and in many of the cases, it came down to user error. So if you treat your cards well, if you format them in camera, if you are paying attention to them, the chances of you having a card failure are very, very slim. I would not recommend taking your memory card, putting it in this camera, then in this camera, then in your computer, then back to this camera, that camera, and traveling with it all over these devices and never formatting it for the camera. That's a bad move. I think that you should put it in your camera, format it for that camera, and you will be fine. Have you had any card issues? Have you ever had a failure? Have you ever had a catastrophic failure? I would love to hear from you. I would also want to know, how do you feel about these dual slots? Do you currently use dual slots, and do you use them as backup or do you use them as overflow? And is that a deal breaker to you? And by the way, in one of my previous videos, I said, how many cameras is too many? I love having multiple cameras. I have multiple cameras that serve multiple purposes. So if I were to purchase the Nikon Mirrorless, I still have my Nikon D750. I would still shoot that at a wedding currently. I might experiment with the mirrorless, but I would use the mirrorless for all of my other photography. They just have different roles. You can use them in different ways. So I hope that you found this useful. I'll see you in the next video.